morning, everyone. Good morning, and happy October to you. Out with September, and it was a pretty good month. Yeah, I got my. Oh, I should have changed my shirt. Sorry for that. Um, I do have my Gears hoodie on. This is an old. This is Gears War 3. I don't know if you can see. You can't see it good. But anyway, it's Gears of War 3 hoodie. Anyway, I got up. Been meaning to record this, and now the weekend's here. Yeah, I should have changed my shirt. The weekend's here, and it's been raining here in Michigan and lower Michigan. It's been raining for all week pretty much. We have this low front that's been spinning, actually counterclockwise. Um, slow moving low front, and it's the rain's been coming from east to west instead of west to east. It's just it's that type of system that's just cold. It's not cold. It's not too terribly cold. It's a good thing, but it just keeps coming and keeps coming. It's supposed to be out of here by sometime tomorrow. Anyway, purpose of the video, as you can see in the description too, is response to Ben from TRexSpaceStation. I've done a response or two before to him, and he actually called out my channel once, which I thank him again for it. Thank you, Ben. He poses once in a while. He poses 5 questions for gamers, and this is my response. So to his 5 questions. His first question is show something that I've not shown on my channel before. And again, my channel is young, and I've got a ton of games I can show. I should show my whole collection someday. Unfortunately, a lot of times, speaking of the collection, I trade in games, and I wish I hadn't, because then I go back trying to find them again. So, show something in my collection. I've got several games here that I'm going to show. Quickly, Castlevania. People may not know I love this type of kind of hack and slash game. I love this game, by the way. I gotta check and see if this Lords of Shadow. I don't think it is, but it might be backward compatible. I'm gonna check and see. But this is an excellent game. These type of games here, I love. Bulletstorm Epic Edition and Anarchy Reigns. Both of these I love, because they're like shooters, but you have to do a certain the better style of shooting you do, I guess it is, or the more what do I want to say, continuation bonuses. It's just style kills. You get more points, but these 2 games, and I also just heard that Bulletstorm is going to be redone, and it's supposed to be out in January, which I'll certainly buy. These games too, I wish were backward compatible. Okay, so these are games. This is the answer to question 1, though. These games I've not shown on my channel. These I always talk about backward compatible, because I do need to. Dean with Escape to Gaming tells me I need to get out and get a 360, and it's true, I do. I think I turned in my 360 when I bought my original Xbox One. But they're no longer being produced, and I know that there's still box new ones out there, and ideally go out and get that. But I also love the having the one console and the backward compatibility issue, and it works fine. The backward compatibility. Anyway, the answer to the first question. Show some games I haven't before. Here's 3. I've always loved the Castlevania series. The Konami, let's see, the other Sega, and then Epic. People Can Fly, which actually this is interesting, because People Can Fly, if I understand right, who made Bulletstorm, were the ones that also made Gears of War Judgment. Okay. Second question's very interesting. Name a game with a Disney character. I could think back to, I believe it was Nintendo 64 GameCube, and I don't have it now, But I had Aladdin, which I actually love that game. I think it was a tie-in to when the movie came out. It was wonderful, great game. The only thing I can think of now, because it's owned by Disney, are all these characters in Battlefront. Darth Vader, and all of them. Luke Skywalker. So anyway, a game with Disney characters. Here you go, Battlefront, which I hope to be playing a little bit this weekend, because that is a game that keeps calling my name, and I've not put it back in yet. I'm going to actually play some Doom today. So, okay, so kind of an answer to that question, a game with a Disney character. I did see another response down the rabbit hole, and he had mentioned Tron, which I'm actually playing through now. It was a free to play a couple months ago. He did not care for the game. I'm enjoying it right now. It's just a game I love play here and there. So, okay, third question. Name an exclusive that I own. Well, I own a lot of exclusives, and actually the answer to question number 5 is an exclusive, but I'll save that for later. And you guys who know me will know the answer to number 5. But anyway, I'm going to, for this one, Halo, the whole Halo series. I never ever played the very first Halo. I think I started with Halo 2. Because I never owned an original Xbox when they first came out. I still was a big Nintendo player back then. I believe with the GameCube. Was it the GameCube? Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was a GameCube. If the 64 came before the GameCube, I was like, I ended my Nintendo era with the GameCube. But I never was a Halo 1 player. I believe I really got into Xbox once Halo 2 came out because, okay, my, I don't want to joke about this, but my memory, my dementia memory, and I don't want to joke about that because my dad had dementia before he passed, so I shouldn't joke. But if my memory serves right, Halo 1 did not have multiplayer. Halo 2 did. Introduced Xbox Live. It was a big deal. And that's what drew me into the Xbox world. And I was never, and this is a story for another day, but I was never into PlayStation. And just briefly, I never got into PlayStation because PlayStation was like, at the time, was like taking over Nintendo, and my world back then was Nintendo. I'm like, what are you doing, taking away my Nintendo-ness? You know, my Guatemala-ness. For those of you who know that movie. But yeah, taking away the Nintendo stuff. What are you doing, PlayStation? And it was like a rebel call on my part. Like, no, I'm never going to play PlayStation. Even up to this day, I don't. And it's not because I don't like PlayStation. Chris has PlayStation. But it's because of my collection. You know, why this is an exclusive to my collection. I've got some others. This is not exclusive. But why am I going to, if I get a PlayStation, why am I going to go out and buy this again twice? My games, I don't have that kind of money. My games just happen to be for Xbox. So anyway, exclusive, Halo, I've played them all. And yes, I did go back and play one once it was through the Master Chief Collection, I think it was, or I even I think I played through it when I did get the original Xbox. I went back and bought it. But there's another series which you guys know that which I'll get to on question 5. That to me is a lot even better than the Halo series. Halo was just revolutionary in its day, and the story to me was very convoluted, very confusing. In fact, today I still don't understand the story. I just enjoy the gameplay. And it's kind of like, in a way, Call of Duty stories too. To me, Call of Duty stories are convoluted and they're hard to follow. But the gameplay and the games itself are wonderful. So, okay, let's go on. That was the question number 3, which was the exclusive. Question number 4. This I have digitally, so I cannot show it. I'm gonna hopefully be able to edit the video a little bit and show a picture of this. But a game that lives in the past, and meaning historically pretty accurate gameplay, maybe like Battlefield 1, or the Call of Duty World at War, go back in time. But for me, this is an indie game and a very, very touching, a very, very well written, very good game, and it's called Valiant Hearts. The Great War. It goes back to World War One, fighting in the trenches. If you guys have not heard of the game, if you guys have not played this game, it's a brilliant, brilliant, wonderful game. With a very, very touching story about World War One and different factions from Germany, France, United States. Just a very wonderful, beautifully written game. The graphics even good. They're not these kind of graphics, but that to me, when Ben asked this question, a game from the past, this game immediately came to mind. Immediately, it's like, oh yeah, that Valiant Hearts game, World War One. So anyway, that's the answer to that question. The last question is a game that made me think. I actually have a couple here because of our political season. This game, Homefront, starts out, and yeah, home is where the war is. This actually starts out with Korea taking over the United States. And I recall, I've not played this in a while, but when you first put in this game, it shows Hillary Clinton as president, and it's about Korea taking over. I believe, if I remember right, Korea unites North and South, and they actually take over the United States. Um, but this game really kind of made me think about, yeah, could this really happen? And I believe yes, it could. Um, what is the movie where the Koreans take over the White House? It's a code name for the White House. I can't remember. Morgan Freeman, of course, is in it. Uh, Olympus Has Fallen. Not London Has Fallen, but Olympus Has Fallen, I believe is the name. It's kind of, to me, you guys know this game. You should know this game. Just a very, very good game, that very thought provoking. But, and you guys know this, here we go. For me, this whole series, this is just Gears 1 and 2. Yeah, I got into this lore because this series actually comes with books, and it has really, really, really kind of really made me think. Why does it make me think? Because the Locust, the bad guys of the series, through the humans, for us it's oil. We pump oil from the earth. In Syrah, which is the planet for Gears of War, where it takes place, the planet of Syrah, they're pumping emulsion. It's called emulsion that they use to power things. And in fact, there's a civil war going on between the COG. It's called the Pendulum Wars. There's actually, between the civilians and the government, there's a war going on before what they call Emergence Day. Emergence Day happens when the Locust come out and start killing the humans. Now, to me, this is very thought provoking because I'm probably one of the few who, in a way, I understand why. Okay, there's Queen Mira. I love Queen Mira, and I wish there was an action figure of her. And by the way, Carolyn Seymour, who voices Queen Mira, I love her. She's done some other voice acting, I believe, in Mass Effect and a few other games. But she's just trying to protect her own kind. They live within the core of the world. They live in tunnels inside the world. Well, with the humans producing extracting the emulsion, etc., the locusts are being killed off. And the queen, and this does not happen in the game, but this happens in the book series where Marcus Phoenix, the hero of the game, yes, this is spoilers, and I maybe should note in my notes that if you've never played Gears of War, there's spoilers here. Uh, anyway, the Marcus and even Marcus's parents, who are scientists, come in contact and have been in contact with the Queen and the Locust. And in fact, it was Marcus's mother who stumbled upon them. And the lore of the books, now this is, I have a different theory, but the lore of the books is that Marcus's mother was found later dead in the tunnels. I believe that the queen is Marcus's mother. Somehow she evolved into being the queen. I might be wrong, but that's my theory. Okay. And yeah, I want to tie this up because I don't want this video to get too long. And we're past 15 minutes where I wanted to stop. So, anyway, okay. But it makes me think. It makes me think, what happens when your kind is being threatened and eliminated? Of course, we're going to fight back. Are you the bad guy? You see, it makes me think. Are you really the bad guy? Are you the bad guy because you're trying to save your own kind? And in doing so, I guess you're the bad guy because you're using violence and killing another kind, or another species to save yourself. But it makes me think. What if we had to do that? What if, like, the aliens did come and we had to save ourselves? We had to go into their world and kill them. So yeah, it just makes me think. I don't know. Call me crazy, but yeah, that Gears of War, the whole lore and the backstory in the series is makes me think. So anyway, guys, I know there's a lot of other games that make you think. Like I can bring up BioShock, another wonderfully story-driven series. Mass Effect is another. But the BioShock with to me, the prejudice of the society, and they wanted to build this utopian society under the sea and in the air, and yeah, just another thought-provoking series. So, okay, guys, that's going to do it for me because this is going to run into 20 minutes. So, I thank you for watching, and yeah, leave your comments. Do your own video response if you like. But those are my 5 answers, Ben. TRexSpaceStation, to your questions. So thanks, guys, for watching. Have a good day. And yeah, of course, tomorrow I'm sure I'll be recording from my windowed ears. So we'll see you soon. Take care.